meantime, I can just relax. I'm a very outgoing person. I love to talk to people. I want to talk to people. I'm very social, but at some point my social battery, you know what a social battery is? Yes. It's empty. And I need to reload. And especially because I love being and going to schools. But every time I go to a school, there is hundreds of students like you who wants to take a picture and talk. And it's all good. I don't mind it. It's very fun. But it does drain the battery. So after a day or 3 or 4, I just need to relax, do some stuff on my own, sit on my bed, chill, watch some Instagram reels or something, I don't know. Just don't do that much. So basically, to answer your question, how I save up money is just live. Don't spend as much. Yes, you can do a lot of cool things. But for me, it's not important to do something cool every day. And also whenever I'm trying to travel, so I need to go from place to place, I try to take the cheapest route. Because there are a few things that are very expensive while traveling. For me, whenever I'm with friends, as a Western guy, we would sometimes drink a beer, right? Drinking beer is expensive. Especially when you're with your friends, you're like sitting there and you got your beer and they're like, are we gonna do another one? You're like, yes. And then you drink a few beers and it's gonna cost a lot of money. So alcohol is expensive. Traveling is expensive. If you want to go by plane every time, yes, you're gonna spend more money. In Indonesia, it's more difficult because it's either gonna be island to island by boat or by plane. And plane is more expensive, but boat is a bit more dangerous. Because there are accidents happening with boats and people drowning, and then you have to think, okay, am I going to take the cheap route or am I going to take the safe route? Then staying, so where do I stay? If you're traveling for a long time, you would not necessarily stay in a hotel every night. Hotels are super expensive. So I would rather stay in a hostel. Have you guys known or heard about a hostel? So a hostel is a place where a lot of travelers will stay. And it would be one big room with a lot of beds. So there's multiple people, travelers, staying in one room. So you share the facilities. For instance, you would have one bathroom with one shower for 6 people. So it's something you must like, because you will not have that much privacy whenever you're staying in a hostel, but it's going to be a lot cheaper. So just to think, in Thailand, when I was traveling, if I would go for a hotel, I would at least pay between 10 and 15 euros a night, which is about 200 to 300,000 rupiah for one night. If I would go in a hostel, it would be between 4 and 10 euros a night. So that's half, which is going to be way cheaper. And the fun thing about hostels is you immediately meet people. If you're traveling on your own, like I'm doing, so without any friends, it's always nice to meet new people. Because if you don't know anyone, it's maybe scary, or you want to go somewhere, but you don't want to do it alone, so you can ask other people. Right, so accommodation, so hotels or hostels, that's going to be costing you money. Transport, alcohol, well, might not be for you, but for the Western traveler. And then, what else? Activities. So as a tourist, if you want to do an activity, if it's a big activity, it's going to be expensive, especially whenever you are in a touristic place. So for instance, I want to climb Mount Rinjani, in Lombok. But the price is very high for me. I would have to pay 200 euros, which is about 2 million rupiah or so, or more expensive, yes. Because you pay for the tour, for the guide, extra for organizing and everything. So it's very expensive. And most of the people that have businesses like that, they know that a Western person probably who is traveling has a lot of money. So they're like, oh, he must have a lot of money, so we're gonna up the price. And you will pay a lot of money. And it works, because people want to climb the mountain. Because the scenery is amazing, so they will pay for it. But I'm a bit like, I want to do it, but I'm not sure if I feel like it's worth it for that much money. Alright, so activities as well is going to be a factor. If you want to travel with little money, then you need to be able to also find a way to save up money during traveling. So that might be to not do that many activities, or stay in cheap hostels. It all depends. Mostly the flight going there is going to be the most expensive. So if you guys want to go somewhere in Asia, you have to take a flight somewhere, because it's not going to be able or possible by boat, or maybe from the eastern part, but it's not going to be that nice. So it depends. All right, any other questions? Yes.
Do you know the Dahuni Foundation?
Yes, I do, because that's my father and my stepmom. Yes, Bukateja is my father, and Ibu Riani is my stepmom, and Nara is my little brother. That is why. So that's why my surname, so my last name, is the same as my father's. That is also why I'm here, because Ibu Riani and everyone, the teachers, they got me in contact here.
So, thank you for sharing that information.
Do you have any questions about the Dahuni Foundation? Anything? Maybe you would like to know, or?
Yeah, I want to know more about the Dahuni Foundation.
About the Dahuni Foundation. So, the Dahuni Foundation was founded in 2012 by Ibu Riani. Her goal when she was younger was to get out of her vicious cycle, difficult word, of her family being farmers, and they didn't have a lot of money. So her mother taught her to study hard and get good grades, because that is going to be the key to having a good life and earning money and traveling and whatever. And then at age 19, her mother died. So her mother is actually named Dahuni, so the foundation has been named after her mom. And since that moment, she has her goal, her dream was to set up a foundation in her mother's name to teach and motivate students just like you to also study hard and follow your dreams, because that is the way you will have a nice future that you want, or be able to follow your dreams or travel or whatever. Because if she can do it, a girl from Boyolali, then all of you can too. Alright, anything else?
You said your language break from language. So how you learn and improve your skill English? How improve your skill English?
So when I was young, very young, my parents, so my father, Bukateja, and Ibu Riani, they were traveling a lot for my father's work, and they would always live in a English-speaking country. So they lived for 5 years in Amsterdam, then they moved to London for another 5 years, and then they moved to Houston, America, and before Amsterdam they also lived in America. So every time when I went on vacation to them, they would force me to speak in English to everyone there. So they would be like, "Oh, Gijs, you go get some bread, or you go get some groceries," and then I had to speak in English because otherwise they would not be able to understand. And they were teaching me, so they were like saying, "Okay, so what you have to say right now is, I would like to have this loaf of bread, please." And then I would say that, and it would work. But that was the way I started speaking. So I did that, and then whenever I was talking with Ibu Riani or with my father, in the beginning it would all be in English, because Ibu Riani was not able to speak in Dutch yet. But whenever she moved to the Netherlands together with my father, she learned Dutch in only 1 year. So in 1 year I was able to speak in Dutch to her. So Riani now speaks Japanese, Bahasa, English very well, Dutch, and she's also learning Portuguese, because my father, Ibu Riani, and Nara all live in Portugal. One thing to say about Ibu Riani is she was studying English in America. So everyone who was studying there was a native speaker. And Ibu Riani, as an Indonesian student, got the highest grades, the best grades of everyone. And it was a master degree, which is the highest possible you can learn. So that's more motivation for you that even someone from Boyolali, who has been having a pretty difficult childhood, is still able to perform super well and chase her dreams. And now she has written a book. So it's very inspiring. And I would say so for you as well, to see that happen. And I'm very proud to have her as my stepmom, because I can learn a lot from her and from my father. Alright. So English, still on that subject. Eventually I just started watching YouTube a lot, or movies or series. I was reading more in English, because the only way you're going to improve your English is to speak it, or to write it, or to read it. You gotta practice. Or listening. Like, instead of listening or writing or watching stuff in Indonesian, you could try to do it in English. Or maybe whenever you are watching a movie in Indonesian, you would put English subtitles underneath, so you can translate the words. And then whenever you feel like, oh, that's an interesting word, I want to know, you pause it, and then you try to figure out what the... Because it's difficult to learn a language whenever you find it, not fun to learn. So you need to enjoy it. So watching YouTube videos that you like, listening to music in English, talking to people that you find interesting is all going to be a way to improve. So for me, I really got good at English because I spoke the language a lot and I used it a lot. And at some point I noticed that I was getting good at it. So then I was like, oh, I want to learn more, right? Thank you. Anything else? Different questions. Could be about anything. Yes.
Do you feel homesick when you're traveling?
Sometimes. But for me, traveling was such a dream. Like, since I was younger, I would always look up to my father, Taco, because he would always travel everywhere. And I was jealous. I wanted to do that too. And right now, I am living my dream. So yes, I do feel sad or lonely sometimes. But overall, I'm having the best time. So, sometimes, not really. I'm happy to be here, and I think I could stay for another 8 months, because now it's been almost 3 months since I've been gone, and I'm having the best time. Anything else? Yes.
Do you want to be an English teacher in this school?
In this school?
Yeah.
Well, right now, I'm still practicing to be an English teacher, and it's very difficult to be an English teacher in a country where you don't speak the native language. Because I could try to explain to you different words, but if I'm not able to translate it to you in Bahasa, from Bahasa, or from English to Bahasa, it's going to be difficult for me to teach you. But it would be a dream to teach somewhere in Asia or in Indonesia, and to have a class of my own, because then you start to get to know people. Right now I'm just going from school to school and I see people, and it's a very fun experience, but I would also like to actually get to know people better and be in one place for a longer period of time. So yes, I would like to, if possible. Yeah. Yes.
Do you have any culture shock in Indonesia?
If I have any what, sorry?
Do you have any culture shock?
Culture shock, that's my alarm. I mean, I would say I have culture shock in Asia in general. I've been to Asia before when I was younger, but it's been about 7 years since I've last came here. And in the meantime, I changed a lot. So there's a lot of things that I find important now that I didn't find important when I was younger. For instance, global warming, thinking about the earth warming up is pretty scary to me, because a lot of nature and animal life is dying because we are living pretty rough. So we how do you explain it in English? We let a lot of gases into the air, which are harmful for Earth. And in Western countries, we have gotten to a point where we're like, okay, we can do something about it. But here in Asian countries, it's a lot more difficult, because overall the Asian countries are a lot poorer than Western countries. So we would not be able to tell all of you guys, yeah, you're not allowed to go by scooter anymore. That would be weird, because it's your transportation. But it is a culture shock in a way to see and realize that we're still pretty far away from being able to save our world, I think. And I hope that we will get there one day, because I find nature and animals very important. I think it's good to keep our world pretty. Yeah. And then what else? For me, I am from a country that is not so into religion. So in the Netherlands, we don't have that many believers in religion, or we do. We have a few, but they are Catholic. There are a lot of Turkish and Moroccan people that are also Muslim. But most of the people don't believe in anything. I don't believe in anything. But I find it interesting. I think it's very good to get to know more about a religion or a culture. So for me, it's not necessarily a culture shock, but it's something that I find very interesting and I would like to know more about. So I would say religion. It's very different. So yeah, not necessarily a culture shock, but something to learn more about. Anything else? Yes.
What's your most favorite thing in Purbalingga?
My most favorite thing in Purbalingga, I loved hiking Mount Slamet. That was so cool. I was so tired as well, but it was so cool. The view was amazing. I love the rice fields. They are so pretty. Whenever the sun is shining and you see the mountains in the back, you're driving on the scooter or whatever, and looking at the rice fields is just very relaxing. It eases my mind. You know what easing your mind? It's relaxing your mind. Yes.
After your tour in Purbalingga, where will you go for the next trip?
I will go to Kolom Progo in Yogyakarta. And there I will go to 5 or 6 high schools. And then after that, I will go to Bali, because my friend is flying there. And then we're going to do Bali, Lombok, Sumbawa, Komodo. And then I fly outside of the country because then my visa expires. So it's done. I have to get out and then I get in again. And then I fly to Yogyakarta again. And I might come back here to Purbalingga then. It's going to be in your vacation time. Might stay here for a few days because then Pak Tako and Ibu Riani and my brother are flying into Yogyakarta as well. And together with them I'm going to have a vacation because it's been 4 months since I've seen them last. And I really look forward to be on vacation with them and enjoy your beautiful country somewhere. We have not figured out where to go. And then when we get back here, we go to Wonosobo to do the foundation there. So we'll have a week of activities just like you guys have had here. And yeah, we'll do that. So after that, they will go home and I might then go back to Purbalingga again, because I would also like to stay in a school for a longer period of time instead of just meeting a school for one day and then going to the next. Anything else? Yes.
What is your favorite anime?
My favorite anime? Yeah, it's a very good question. I could talk about any anime all day, don't worry. I love One Piece. I have watched almost all of the episodes. So I'm like at episode 1050. But before I left to travel, I would watch anime together with my friend. And we would watch every Sunday or Monday. And then we would buy pizzas, frozen pizzas, and a few drinks. And then we would watch anime for the whole night, and we would watch every new episode or anime that came out. And we would be eating a lot of pizza and just chilling on the couch. So it was a very relaxing thing. And the last few anime that we watched were Solo Leveling, Dandadan, Kaiju, One Piece, of course, but they stopped putting an episode out every day. And now they started again, but we promised each other to watch it together. So both of us are not watching the new episodes. So whenever I get back, we will have like 40 episodes to watch together. So it's going to be very cool. And then I love Haikyuu. Haikyuu is one of my favorites. Demon Slayer is good. Attack on Titan was amazing. Bleach. What else? Right now I'm watching Horimiya.
Oh, that's good.
That's very good. I'm watching the second season right now. What else? I usually watch like action anime with a lot of fighting. I like blood. But I also like to have a little slice of life anime, so just people going to school and falling in love. And it's nice, it's very relaxing to watch. What are your favorite animes? Frieren. Oh, I love Frieren. Frieren was so good. I'm very excited for the next season. What else?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen, yes, I've watched Jujutsu Kaisen as well. Last season was insane. The animation was very dope. What else? Anyone? Yes. Naruto, yes. Right now I'm at the Great War, so I still have some to watch. Another one?
Do you play any games?
If I play any games, not anime games, but I do play some games, or used to play some games. A lot of Zelda on the Nintendo Switch, Mario Kart. I would play Mario Party with my friends. And when I was younger, I would play Rocket League with the cars and the goals and like football, but then with cars. Anyone read manga? Which ones?
The Promised Neverland or
The Love is Trash.
I read many months.
Nice. I'm reading Hunter x Hunter right now, which is great.
I don't like SMAN.
Ah.
It's good.
Have you read Berserk?
No, I don't.
Why?
It's a gore.
To me, it's the best manga ever.
Maybe something.
It's amazing. It is very gore and it's a lot of blood and there's like crazy monsters and but the story itself, it is so beautiful, very sad.
What you describe about Griffith?
What I describe about what?
Griffith. Griffith.
About Griffith. I'm not gonna say anything about him. That's I get angry thinking about it. Yeah, and the 1999 anime of Berserk was also really good. One of my favorites too. All right, different questions. Anyone want to talk about something else?
Do you play Valorant, sir?
No. I'm not really a gamer. I like playing games, but I prefer being with friends instead of being behind my computer all day. Alright, what else? Yes?
Do you have any unpleasant or bad experience while traveling?
Yeah, I mean, traveling is not always fun. Whenever you have a long travel day, it can be very, very tiring. I did a train from Chiang Mai in the middle of Thailand to Bangkok, which was about 14 hours. But I took the cheapest one, so there was no air conditioning, and it was during the day. So it was like 38 degrees, and it was so hot. And the train was not very nice. It was very hard. So I did not have a really good time. But it's part of the experience. Right, anything else?
Sir, do you watch Marvel movies?
I've watched a lot of Marvel movies. I'm not really into it, but I do watch most of them. Which one is your favorite?
Spider-Man Coming Home.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Anything else?
Do you speak with Vietnamese?
In Dutch, what do you want me to say?
Anything else?
Anything. Vandaag ben ik weer in een andere school. En hier heb ik een presentatie gegeven voor heel veel studenten. En dat was best wel spannend, maar wel heel erg leuk. Het was ook heel erg warm. Maar nu hebben we airco, dus het is iets beter. En jullie zijn allemaal heel erg nieuwsgierig. En dat is heel erg leuk, dus ik kan heel veel met jullie praten. So I said that today I was in another high school. And I did another presentation, but in front of a lot of students. So for me, talking in front of 700 students is not something I am used to doing. So I was pretty scared, to be honest, pretty nervous. And then I said that right now, or that there it was very hot and warm, but here I have air conditioning, so it's very nice. But I said it in Dutch. Alright, what else? Yes.
Question from me. What kind of music did you listen to?
That's a good question. I listen to some pop, English pop. I like jazz music. I listen to a lot of electronic music, so drum and bass, or EDM, so house music, party music. Then what else? 80s, 90s songs, 2000s, so old songs, old music. Yeah, that's about it. What do you listen to? Anyone? What kind of music do you listen to?
Us, rock and metal.
Rock and metal, that's good. Cool, I like rock and metal. K-pop. Any one of you also listens to K-pop? A lot of people listen to K-pop. Okay, what else? What do you listen to? Western music? Backstreet Boys, good one. Yeah. What else?
Lana Del Rey.
Sorry?
Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey, I love her music. Very sad, but nice. What else? The Weeknd, I love The Weeknd. Anyone listen to David? D.
Oh, I'm
Or BD?
the Invisible One.
Yes, I went to his concert. Very, very cool.
Feel it? Feel it?
Feel it, yes. Romantic Homicide.
My favorite song.
Yes. Right, what else? Radiohead, good one. Any music in the back? Anything? Pop.
Do you listening to Chess Atlantic?
Chase Atlantic? Yeah, I've listened to it. Not too much. Anyone here?
Yes.
Any music?
What dangdut you like? Dangdut music.
Country.
Have you heard dangdut?
Dangdut. Dangdut.
country music is that?
It's Indonesian country music?
Yeah. You heard?
I might have. I don't know. It's not that I listen to Indonesian music a lot, and it's not that when I hear it, I'm like, oh, that must be Indonesian country. So maybe, I think, but I cannot remember. Is there anyone I should listen to? Nikki? Is she Indonesian?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Golden House.
Like Yoasobi.
Sophie. Japan? She's, or he? She's Japanese. Yeah, I think music is great. Whenever you feel sad or happy, music can really make it extra sad or extra happy. And I think that's a good thing. Being able to listen to music is one of the best inventions ever. Like, we're so lucky to be able to listen to such good songs whenever we want, where we want it. So that's really cool. Is there any concerts you would like to go to anytime from any artist? If you don't have to pay for it. So, for instance, you could go to any concert you want to go. To anyone dead or alive, and you don't have to pay for it. Where would you want to go to? Who? The Weeknd, okay? Chase Atlantic? Alright. Sorry? Daniel Caesar? Oh, I love Daniel Caesar. He's so good. What else? Ariana Grande, yes. Anything? I would want to go to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is my all-time favorite artist. I listened to him when I was really young in the car. So I would love to go and see a concert of his. Alright. Anything else? You have any more questions? Yes.
Do you have any songs recommendation?
Recommendations. I never remember my songs. So right now, I am listening to the new album of David, which is really good. I like Tory Lanez, which is a bit of rap. Let's see. I love to look or listen to old songs sometimes. So last or 2 weeks ago, I was listening to 4 Minutes from Madonna, which is amazing. I love that song and I had it on repeat. So those are probably the songs I would give you. Alright. Yes?
Can you play any musical instrument?
I don't. I would love to be able to play guitar because I think it's so cool. Like, if I see someone play guitar, I'm always like so amazed because it looks so nice. It's so cool. People are so cool playing instruments. But my parents never let me, or I mean, I was never excited to play any instruments when I was younger. But right now I regret because I would love to be able to play an instrument. Any one of you plays an instrument? What do you play?
Violin, guitar, and piano.
Oh, that's so sick. Violin as well? Oh my god. He's so cool.
Yes, I tried. That's right.
Anyone else play instruments? No instruments? You're the only one. He's the only one. Alright, what else? Any other questions? Yes.
Do you watch Breaking Bad?
I did watch Breaking Bad, yes. I think it was pretty good. Pretty good. Have you watched everything?
Even Better Call Saul.
Oh, yes, that's good. I haven't seen Better Call Saul. Any one of you is watching The Last of Us at the moment? He is. And he's really cool, man. The coolest dude here. He's even cooler than me. You can stand there if you want to talk. I'll go sit there. No, The Last of Us. Oh, it's so good. But I'm pretty sad because about. Yeah, it's a sad episode. The last few. All right. What else? Any series that you watch other than anime? Maybe. Nothing. All right. Any other questions? Until when do we have? What is the time we have to stop?
Is it enough? Or
No, I'm just asking. Until 12. Okay.
4 minutes.
What do you say? So we could maybe do one more topic and then we can make some pictures if you want. Or if you want to tell me something personally, that's also possible. Everyone can get their stuff. Normally, I forgot my book, which is a bit annoying because normally I let people write in my book, but I forgot it. So you can sadly not write in my book. If I ever come back, I will bring my book. All right, one more topic. Anyone? Or one more question? Yes, my friend.
What do you think about our president?
Your president, your director.
Country.
Oh, your country president. I haven't really looked into him. What do you think about it? That might be a better question. Is he like a meme or why?
I don't know. I don't wanna.
No, you don't have to say anything about it. Okay, I think I understand enough by you asking that question. All right, so what do you think about your government?
Corrupt.
Corrupt, all right? Sorry, teachers, I'm not. It's a difficult subject, maybe. I think it's good that you have your own opinions, especially in the world we are living in right now, because it is scary and it is very, very important to realize what is happening. Everything with Trump, well, you should be scared and you should really rethink the choices that you are going to make in your life, because yes, you might live far away, but it can come really, really close. And what's happening right now in the world is not a good thing. So being aware of that is very important. So reading the news sometimes or whatever is a good thing. Yes? All right. Thank you. We're going to leave it at that. If you want to ask me any questions or whatever, personally, come to the front of the class. And if you want to make pictures, do exactly the same. Again, if you have not already followed my Instagram, but you want to, I'll put it somewhere, I think, if possible. Or I'll just write it down on one of your papers and then you can pass it through. If you want to ask me any questions whenever you are home, or you forget something, or you feel like you want to ask me without anyone being there, you can always send me a message online and I will respond. I will also follow every one of you back. So don't worry about that. Yes? Okay, thank you. Terima kasih.
Okay, give applause for him.
Oh, perfect. This is a G. Alright, if you want it, put it through and then pass it.